Hello, good evening, how are you? Welcome to Words with Friends Live. I'm your host, Derek Men. Right now, it's 6 p.m. Pacific Time and 9 p.m. Eastern. Basically, it's nighttime in America. And tonight, very special night. You could even say it's our biggest night ever. I mean, they put me in a long sleeve shirt and a jacket, for goodness sakes. It is a big night because two things are going to happen. Number one, we are giving away our biggest jackpot ever, $100,000. We even had, see, it barely even fits in the graphic. That's how much money we're giving away. And number two, this is the first day of our Words with Friends 10th anniversary, which we are calling Friendiversary. Don't worry if you forgot to get us something. The gift for 10 years is usually tin or aluminum, and I've already got all the Reynolds wrap I need. Besides, gifts are not as important as friendships. And our Friendiversary is all about you and the friends you've made over the last 10 years right here playing Words with Friends. And with that in mind, we discovered this tweet from one of our players that reads, 7 years ago, my mom started a Words with Friends game with a random opponent. This stranger soon became known as my mom's online best friend. Today, they finally got to meet in person for the first time. This is a wonderful story of two people, Judy and Mary Kay, who met by fate and played against each other in Words with Friends for 7 years before they finally said, you know what? Let's just pick an airport and meet in person. And they did. Here's a video of their first meeting. Here they are. Here comes the hug.
I can't believe we've finally done this.
Oh. And they brought gifts. One word for that, adorbs. So what we did is we contacted both of them and told them to watch and play tonight's game because they wanted to know the exact date they started playing, aka their personal Friendiversary. Well, here it is, Judy and Mary Kay. Your first game was played on March 23rd, 2012. And since then, you two have played over 500 games and made 22,000 moves. Whoa! Hashtag Happy Friendiversary. We're sending you both some special gifts to thank you for being part of our Friendmily, our famo friends, our Ligos de Amigos. Okay, I'll stop. Okay, it's just really cute. If you want to know more about how these two met, go to our Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram channels. Now, this is your first time playing our game? You sure picked a good night to start, because you get to play for $100,000. Do we have it? I just really want to show off that graphic again. Yes, there it is. Woo! Yeah, isn't that fun? So, I'm going to ask you 12 multiple choice questions. Each time, you'll have 10 seconds to tap on the correct answer. If you run the table and go 12 for 12, you get a piece of today's jackpot, which is, just kidding. You get it. I think you get it. Now, if you get a question wrong, you end up in a magical world between winning and not winning, called spectator mode. In that mode, you can continue to answer questions correctly to earn a mystery box that contains in-game rewards. Or you can use an extra life and stay in money mode. You can use 1 extra life per game on questions 1 through 11. Extra lives are earned by inviting friends to play. Just tap on the heart during the show's countdown to send an invite. Once your friend accepts, the extra life will pop up on your screen when you get an answer wrong. And if you're not currently connected to Wi-Fi, you should be, because that'll get you the best video and make sure your battery's full enough to last the whole game. Okay, I think that's about it for the preliminaries. Time for the main event. And we're going to start things off with our word of the day. What's that? What? It's our Words with Friends word of the year? Get out of here. What? There's more? We're doing it as a nod to our 10-year journey together as friends on Words with Friends? With the cast of Friends? No, I'm just kidding. They're not here. It's just me. I'll be your friend. So, if you got today's notification, this first question will be a piece of cake. And if you didn't, it's still cake, but like a cake pop? Yeah. Okay. Our journey to $100,000 begins right now. Question 1. Which of these bands sang a song imploring people to not stop believing? Journey, The Who, or Toto? Is Don't Stop Believin' a popular tune? Yeah. It actually holds the record as the most downloaded song recorded in the 20th century. Since there wasn't a whole lot of recording happening in the 19th century, Edison took his sweet time inventing the mechanical phonograph cylinder. This band's album sales are massive. Almost as massive as my sudden desire to grow a mullet. Again. Correct answer? Journey. Don't Stop Believin' only peaked at number 9 on the Billboard charts in 1981, but I think frontman Steve Perry and gang will settle for the #1 song of the century. Whew. Can you feel my excitement? I'm a big Journey fan. If he ever hurt you. Okay. Oh, I need to get under control. We're only at question 1. All right. Question 2. Which plant is a homophone for a word that refers to things happening now? Larkspur, moss, or current? Do we need a refresher on our grammatical terms? Okay. Homophones are 2 words that are pronounced the same but have different meanings and sometimes different spellings. All 3 are types of plants, but only one has sprouted a homophone. Unless the kids are throwing around some new slang I haven't heard yet. Like, hey man, what's happening? What's going on? What's the larkspur? Yeah, no, it doesn't sound right. But maybe I just started a trend. Hey, no, it's not a good trend. All right, correct answer is currant. A currant is a small dried fruit made from a seedless grape. They were originally called raisins of Corinth, after the ancient Greek city where they come from. And Corinth eventually morphed into currant. Today, you might know them by the name raisins you buy at Whole Foods. Fancy. Question 3. If you want to prompt your opponent to take their turn in Words with Friends, what can you send them? A nudge, poke, or wave? Yeah, there's nothing more frustrating than dropping a 112-point triple word score gem on your opponent, only to have them disappear and leave you hanging. Luckily, Words with Friends has got you covered, allowing you to send a polite but firm notification that if they don't play another word before your 1-year-old wakes up from his nap and starts screaming, knack, 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 which is toddler for snack, then nobody's happy. And we want you to be happy. The correct answer is a nudge. The nudge. A bit pushier than the wave, but not quite as annoying as the poke. Actually, the original notification was just going to be me doing this. Hey! But the people in the focus group all went insane, so they decided against it. Question 4. Which is not the name of a real flower? Daffodil, rosette, or false goat's beard? Yeah, you know, we've all been there. You're ready to meet your Tinder match for a first date, and you want to be classy and bring flowers. But what kind? It's not daffodil season, and you can't find rosettes, so then you have to go surprise a bunch of goats, yank on their beards to see if they're real or fake, because the fake ones have flowers underneath. The goats have no idea what you're talking about for several reasons. And by then, whoops, you missed your date. Classic story. The correct answer is rosette. A rosette sounds like a type of rose, but it's really just something made in the shape of a rose. From military decorations to food garnishes, to the way your aunt incorrectly orders wine at a restaurant. I think I'll just have a glass of your rosette. Thanks, sweetie. This does not sound like any aunt that's probably ever existed. Question 5. Which animal is also known as a lesser panda, red panda, baby giant panda, or koala bear? And I just want to say that whatever the answer is, don't you ever let someone make you feel like you're a lesser panda. Sure, maybe you don't weigh an impressive 350 pounds as an adult, or, eat 44 pounds of bamboo each day. And listen, maybe people aren't buying tickets and waiting in long lines to watch you try and make a baby. So what? What's important is that self-confidence should never be an endangered species. This after-school special brought to you by the red panda, which is the correct answer. Nice. Yeah, I thought so. Red panda, otherwise known as the red wedding. Oh no! Woo! Brutal question, you guys. Okay? If you're new to the event, sorry you didn't know your pandas. And generally, people, they originally thought that maybe it was related to the giant panda, but then Maury Povich found out the truth on an episode of Who's Your Panda Mama? Question 6. Which is characterized by abnormality? Cerulation, neurulation, or aberration? You know what is abnormal? Anybody who knows what words like cerulation and neurulation mean. But hey, as you just found out with that last question, we're not messing around anymore, okay? This jackpot is 100 grand. Time to take the training wheels off. You need the eye of a tiger, the heart of a lion, and the vocabulary of a gorilla? A dolphin? I saw a video where a dog barked the alphabet. A, B, G, D, E. Now, they all kind of sounded just like barking. Correct answer, aberration. Cerulation is a notch in a saw, and neurulation refers to a stage in embryo development. Aberration has Latin roots, meaning to wander or go astray. It's also when a group of bears dance to Janet Jackson's Rhythm Nation. We are a part of an aberration. So that's a good video. That's worth watching. Question number 7. Which is a current Words with Friends event? A Merry Vacation, Lunar New Year event, or Homemade Valentine? A current event. This one's a toss-up between two choices. Valentine's Day, just happened, and the Chinese New Year began February 5th, but come on, a Merry Vacation? Sounds like one of the National Lampoon Vacation movies where everything just works out. Guess what, Clark? The theme park is open, your crazy cousin couldn't make it, and your kids have suddenly decided to stop being sarcastic. Merry Vacation. In theaters nowhere. The correct answer. Homemade Valentine. That's right. And the good news is, you still got a few days to get in on it. Yes, Homemade Valentine's, a Word with Friends community event, and not a Hallmark movie starring Harry Connick Jr. and one of the Full House kids that's, grown up now. Question number 8. When playing the solo challenge in Words with Friends, how many moves are you given to beat an individual word master? 5, 10, or 15? See, Words with Friends players, we got your back. We want you to win 100 grand. Okay, whether you're a grizzled solo challenge veteran who battles the likes of Wordmaster Charming Charlotte, who carpet bombs the board with 7-letter bingos, or if you're a newbie who doesn't even know the difference between a swap and a swap plus. Neither do I. The correct answer is 5. See, we got the gang. Almost everybody got that right. And here at Words with Friends, we're not about wasting your time. 5 moves. That's it. Like the Kill Bill 5-point palm exploding heart technique. Except, in this game, if you lose, your heart doesn't explode. You just play again. It's much, much safer. Question number 9. What language did English borrow the word pagoda from? Latin, Portuguese, or Japanese? Pagoda is a Buddhist or Hindu temple. Their original purpose was to house sacred writings and religious relics. Many of them are built of wood instead of stone so they can withstand earthquakes. You'll often see pagodas that are 5 stories tall, with each story representing one of the 5 basic elements. Earth, wind, water, fire, and I'm blanking on the last one. Gluten, Wi-Fi, marshmallows. It's one of those. Correct answer is Portuguese. We get pagoda from the Portuguese word pagode, and they're usually built in several tiers or layers, much like the wedding cake, which I also kneel in the presence of, if only to honor the sacred ingredients, buttercream frosting and lemon compote. And oh no, speaking of weddings again, did we just have another red wedding event? Woo! That was brutal. Game of Thrones fans, you know what I'm talking about. Okay guys, 2 brutal questions as we approach our final 3. Here we go. Question 10. If 5 N's and 2 blanks have been used in Words with Friends, what chance do you have of getting another N? 0%, 5%, or 20%? Boy, man. As a member of the Words with Friends team, questions like these, they're part of the family, you know. They just make me feel so much closer to all of you. I mean, because you understand if I come to you in tears saying, I used up too many N's playing the word nanoplankton, and then I couldn't spell cannon even though it would have been a triple word score. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Correct answer is 0%. So, don't blow all your letter N's in one place. The Concise Oxford Dictionary says the letter N is the 2nd most frequently used consonant in the English language. It is popular. I have to call N's publicist just to have lunch. Boy, I tell you, no respect. Question 11, second to last. Before threshing machines were invented, seeds were separated from husks using which handheld device? A scythe, a till, or a flail? And today we got huge machines called combine harvesters that reap, thresh, and winnow all at once. Back in the old days, threshing stuff took a lot of time, accounting for as much as 1/4 of all agricultural labor. It was considered to be one of the most annoying tasks of the Middle Ages, right behind walking. Uh-oh. I left the keys back at the other village. See you in a month. It took a long time, you know what I mean, to walk. Correct answer is flail. A flail, basically a long wooden staff with a short, heavy stick hanging from it that workers would swing at husks to separate the seeds. Much like the way we have swung at questions 1 through 11 to separate the 75 grand of you or so that started, leaving us now with only the seeds. Maybe about 400 seeds left. Woo! This is pretty exciting, you guys. All right. We've come to the last question, as the graphic just told you. Okay? Here we go. Which word refers to the surgery to remove the gallbladder? A nephrectomy, a cholecystectomy, or inguinal radial curettage? I think I said them all right. Now, before I reveal the answer and the winners of tonight's mind-blowing $100,000 jackpot, I just want to thank everyone for playing and remind you that you can play our game every day, live at 6 p.m. Pacific, to win mystery boxes, cash prizes, and tips on how to become a Words with Friends master. So you can invite your friends to play and then crush them. The correct answer? Cholecystectomy. Woo! I said it right twice in a row, and that is our game for today. For those of you who got every single answer correct, you're going to be sharing our biggest jackpot so far, $100,000. Oh boy, I can't wait to see who won so I can read some winners. Wow! Look at that, guys. Just over 300 winners, each taking home over $300. Woo! Look, we got to congratulate some folks. Derek K, nice name, my friend. Michael Groovy Full. Anna R. That's right, that Ali Who Dies 10. Great. Friends 142, Jordan C. Everyone, congratulations and cheers to our great community of friends. Let's invite even more friends to play as part of our Homemade Valentine community event. We got 25,000 new friends already, 2 weeks left, to get it up to 100,000. That's all for tonight on this, the kickoff of our 10-year Friendiversary of Words with Friends. I've been your host, Derek Menn. This has been Words with Friends Live. Word up and word out. I'm going to walk.